If you have a block with you, feel free to have your block handy. If you want to substitute something else for your block, you're welcome to do that as well. So from your child's pose, nice wide knees. And remember, first thing in the morning, your hips might be a little tighter. So you might want to just do some shifting as you adjust those knees wide, bring those big toes in, and just work through that rib cage, spine, and hips a little bit. As you settle deep into your tailbone and allow your forehead to reach toward the floor. Then we'll focus on lengthening those fingertips out front. So really try to crawl, reach your fingertips. Feel that tailbone reaching back. Take a long inhale through your nose. And a long exhale, side away. Again, inhale. And exhale. And then with those wide fingertips, we're going to crawl both hands off the mat to the right. You're going to lower your chest toward your thigh, your nose toward your knee, and then crawl your left fingertips further than your right fingertips. Really feel that space between each of the ribs on that left side. Take a nice deep inhale there. Then on your exhale, walk your hands all the way off your mat to the left, allowing those right fingertips to then crawl further than the left, keeping your right hip reaching to the right. Open up that space on the right side rib cage. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll walk our hands back through the center of the mat. Spreading those fingertips wide. Here we'll shift your shoulders forward. Tuck your toes. Look at your hands, spread your fingertips wide. You're going to reach your chest through as you lift your knees. So first, I want you to just press off your palms to get your chest reaching through. Rotate those triceps back. Then slowly lift the tailbone and lower the heels toward the floor. Starting to get some length through the back of those legs. Feel that reach of the heels, the press of the fingertips. Then soften your right knee and allow your left heel to get even closer to the floor. And then switch sides, let that right heel reach down deeper. And then both heels again reach. Then we'll lift those heels, we'll bend those knees. You're just gonna tuck your knees in and allow them to hover off the floor here, just for a moment until we find that core engagement. We hold, inhale. Lengthening through the neck, exhale. Then tap those knees to the floor. Lower the tops of your feet, give them a little tap out. And then as we find that nice table space, we'll wrap those biceps forward. Push away from the floor and round into a cat spine. Tucking your chin, tucking your tailbone. Then lower your rib cage down, lift your collarbone and your tailbone for your cow spine. And press away from the floor and round cat. And inhale, release cow. And then we'll come back to that table, tuck your toes under, press the weight of your hips into your heels. Walk your hands forward, spreading those fingertips wide. And if you need a wrist stretch, feel free to just press back the hands together and feel the arches of your feet start to open up. Then on your next breath, we'll shift the shoulders forward, tuck the toes, and we'll move back into that down dog. Looking back at those toes, lifting the tailbone, reaching the chest through. And then we're still looking back at our toes as we take our left heel and lift it to the sky, three-legged dog. Now take that left heel, draw it in toward your glutes, rotate that left hip up toward the sky, but peek under your right arm to help balance those shoulders. So we're going to dig into that hip space. And then we'll look forward. We'll take that left foot and step it toward the front of our mat. Now you'll adjust that left knee straight up over your ankle, wiggle your right toes back, and then tap your right knee to the floor. Drop the toes of your right foot under and bring your hands to your left thigh. Feel the front of your right hip reaching forward, creating a little bit of a back bend with those shoulders reaching back. Then we'll take our arms and reach them to the sky, creating a little deeper back bend. Now take your fingertips just to the base of your skull. Lift your chin up a little bit, nudge those elbows back, start opening through the chest. Then take those fingertips back up. And then we'll bring those fingertips down to the floor. Tuck your right toes under, sit your hips back. Draw your left toes up, lengthening through the back of the knee. Great place to use your block here if you have one available. We'll let the chest reach down toward that left thigh. Move your hands to any degree out front. Still finding that lengthening through the spine. Feel like your left hip bone is pulling your heel back. One more inhale. Then we'll shift that left toe to the front. Fingertips on both sides, lift your right knee, shift your weight, step your left foot back. We find that plank pose again. Nice toned belly space. Press away from the floor, lift your hips into down dog. Reach your chest through, and then we'll keep our left heel reaching down. That right heel will reach to the sky for three-legged dog. We'll draw that right heel in, rotate the knee up and out. Peek under your left arm to help balance those shoulders. Then we'll extend that right leg back up. Look forward toward your hands and step that right foot to the front. We'll lower that left knee down after you've wiggled into your space, making sure that right shin is straight up. Drop the toes of the left foot under. Bring your hands to your thigh, lift your heart. Feel that lengthening through the front of that left hip. And then we'll take those fingertips, reach to the sky again. Draw those fingertips to the base of the skull. Let those elbows drop out. Hold, inhale. And exhale. Then we'll reach those arms back up. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Tuck your left toes. Shift your hips back. Lift your right toes. So we're trying to lengthen the back of that right leg. That right hip is pulling back. The spine is long. The toes are pulling in toward the shin. And you can be more upright here. It's wherever that lengthening is coming through the back of the leg. Hands can reach to the side. You can have a hand to your thigh or blocks. We breathe. And exhale. Then we'll bring that right toe back down to the floor. Bring your hands on both sides of your right foot. Tuck your left toe, lift the knee. Push off your right foot to draw the hips back, and then spring that left foot to the front. Here, as we look down at our feet, we'll spread our toes. Draw the soles of the feet in. Let the chest and forearms drop over. Forward folds. Feel some nice lengthening through that lower back space. Then we'll bring our hands to our shins and find that long spine, a nice flat back here. Then we'll bring softness to our knees, tone into your belly space. You can use hand support to your thighs if you like. We'll lift into our mountain pose. Shoulders drawn away, fingertips are reaching to the side, top of the head reaching to the sky. Inhale, we'll reach up tall. We'll fold 3 fingers together. So just your index fingers reaching out. Your left arm will draw that right side over, pushing your right hip away. Then inhale, we'll lift to the center. Right arm will draw that left side over, draw that left hip to the left. And inhale back to your center. Here we'll bring those arms out front, bring the gaze up toward your thumbs. Tone into your belly space. Exhale, we'll lift our heels. Engage those inner ankles. Feel them drawing towards center. Then move your hands to your heart to release your shoulder blades. We'll keep those heels lifted as we send our tailbone down and back into our balanced chair. Sides of the waist are lifted, engaging those inner knees. And then we'll press our heels back. Feel the toes get softer. Then we'll continue the chest, release to the thighs, let the arms drop. Lift your hips, lengthen into flat back again. Soften your knees, fingertips to the floor. Step your toes back into your plank. Tone into your belly space. Press off those palms, lift your hips down dog. An extra push on your index finger and thumb here. Inhale forward to your plank, choosing knees or toes. Elbows will hug the ribs. Hips soften, shoulders pull away, arms will move forward. Great place to press back the hands together, shoulders back, top of the head lifted. On your exhale, just do a turn of the head looking over right shoulder. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, turn and look to your left. Inhale, look forward. On the exhale, we're going to lower the rib cage down. Do a little shoulder opener here. Take tented fingertips out wide, and what we call our lizard hands, right? On our finger pads, knuckles are soft. Shoulders pull away. We lift the heart forward. Then your right shoulder does a big shrug back. Your left shoulder draws across toward the floor. And just breathe into that space. And then that left shoulder will lift. The left shoulder will shrug back. The right shoulder will draw across. Breathe into that space. Then that right shoulder will come back. We'll lower the ribcage to the floor. Slide your hands into the side of your waist, elbows back, tone belly. Exhale, we'll press up. We'll tuck the toes, move right through to your down dog. Take a breath, inhale. So again, we're looking back at our toes. Our left heel is going to lift to the sky, three-legged dog. Then we'll look forward toward our hands, and we'll just bring that left knee in toward our chest. Toning that core space, tucking the nose in a little bit. Then you'll press away from the floor and take that left heel back up. This time, as you look forward, that left foot's going to take that step forward toward the front of your mat. You'll wiggle into your space, lower your right knee down, drop the toes of the right foot, sweep your arms up, crescent, right? So that back side of the body is making that shape of a crescent. We breathe, inhale. Exhale, we bring our fingertips to the floor, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, shift your hips back, spring your right foot forward. We're back to our fold. Breathe, inhale. Hands to your shins, a long spine we lengthen. Nice. Bend into your knees, tone your belly, lift up, find your mountain. Inhale, fill it up. This time as you fold three fingers, opposite pinky finger to the front. So it feels a little awkward. Right arm will draw left side over, we'll peek to the left a little bit. Inhale, we'll lift tall. Exhale, left arm will draw right side over, we'll peek under. Inhale, we'll lift tall. Here the hands move to out in front first, looking up at your thumbs. Tone it into your belly space, lifting those heels. Feel like your inner ankles are being drawn toward each other. The hands will move to the heart, the shoulders release, and we move into that balanced chair. Keeping the sides of the waist long, hold, inhale. Exhale, press the weight back to your heels, wiggling your toes. Lower your chest toward your thighs, fold. Inhale, lengthen flat back again. Nice, and then we soften the knees, fingertips to the floor. Step your toes back. We're back to our plank pose. Exhale, up and through to your down dog. Inhale, forward to your plank, choosing knees or toes, elbows hug in, hips soften, shoulders back. Maybe you want cobra up dog this time, or stay with that sphinx pose. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, we lower, hands alongside the waist, tone belly space. Get strong, push up and through, and go right into your down dog. Looking back at your toes. This time, right heel lifts, reaches to the sky. Left heel is reaching down. As you come forward, that right knee comes into your chest, your nose draws toward your knee, tone belly. Then you push away. Right heel lifts back up. And then we look forward at the hands. The right foot does that nice step forward. Wiggle into your space. Lower your left knee to the floor and drop the toes. Sweep your arms up. Form that crescent. Looking up, shoulders off ears, we breathe. Exhale, we bring our fingertips to the floor. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, push off right leg, spring left foot forward. Here we're back to our fold. Breathe in. Hands to your shins, a long spine, we lengthen. Knees soften, belly tones, we stand to our mountain. Inhale, we fill it up. Fold 3 fingers. Left arm draws right side over, peek to your right. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, right arm draws the left side over, we peek to our left. Inhale, we lift. Those arms move forward, shoulders release, toe and belly space. Exhale, lift your heel. Draw those inner ankles. Move your hands to your heart space and exhale, sit into that balanced chair. Feel those inner thighs lift out of the sides to the waist, collarbones reaching forward. Press the weight back to your heels. Here we'll lower the chest down. You'll lift your hips, but then we'll soften the knees again. We'll tone into that belly space. You're doing a reverse roll up. Tuck into your belly. Smoothly round your spine up. Hands can support on the thighs. Shoulders pull away. Inhale, we fill. We bring the weight to our left foot. Our right foot's going to take that nice long step back. Then we'll rotate that right hip open. So our right toes are parallel to that back edge. Our left toes are parallel to that side edge. Shoulders release away from the ears and the arms move out to the sides. You're looking to your left as you hinge into that left hip crease. Keep that left hip lifted up. Lower that left arm down. Reach the right arm up. Great place for a block under that left hand. Now see if you can nudge that right shoulder to stack over your left. Look up at that right hand. Hold, inhale. Then bend into that left knee. Take your right arm, pull it back. Bring your left arm forward. Warrior 2. Release those shoulder blades. If you feel short in your stance, heel toe that right foot. Now actively press your feet away. Hold, inhale. And exhale. Then you're going to press off your left leg. Reach your arms to the sky for your gentle warrior. And then we'll re-bend into that left knee. That right arm is going to continue to reach over your ears. That left forearm comes down to that left thigh. We'll open that right palm and then stretch, reach that whole right side. Side angle. Hold, breathe, inhale. Then we'll take those right fingertips to reach to the sky. You lift your right heel and turn to face the front of your mat. Bring your fingertips on both sides of your left foot. Shift your weight forward, step your left foot back, find your plank. Beautiful. Exhale up and through to your down dog. Look forward, knees or toes, elbows in. Maybe just drop the tops of your feet and come into your up dog. Then maybe you just tuck your toes, press up and through to your down dog. Take a long inhale. Exhale, side away. Looking back at your toes, right heel lifts, reaches to the sky, three-legged dog. Then as we come forward, shoulders over hands, then knee to chest, nose to knee. Push away from the floor, right heel up. Look forward, take that right foot, step it forward. Wiggle your toes into your space. Lower that left knee down, drop the toes. Sweep your arms up. Crescent lunge, hold, inhale. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Tuck your left toe, lift your left knee. Push off your right foot, spring your left foot forward. Here we're back into that fold. Hands to your shins, a long spine, we lengthen. Still a long spine, but softening as we lift into our mountain. Inhale, we fill, folding 3 fingers the opposite way. Right arm draws the left side over, we peek to our left. Inhale, we lift. Left arm draws the right side over, we peek to our right. Inhale, we lift. Arms move forward, gaze moves up. We lift those heels, draw in those inner ankles. Exhale, we move into our balanced chair, lifted sideways. Press back to your heels, wiggle your toes, lower your chest, release your arms. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, soften your knees, let your arms go heavy, tone your belly. Gently stand up, shoulders pull away. Inhale, we fill. Weight moves to our right foot, left foot does that big step back. Then we take the left toes, rotate them out. Right foot parallel to the edge, left foot parallel to the back. Arms release, shoulders drop. We hinge into that right hip crease, reaching out as far as you can, and then lowering that right hand down, left arm comes up. Right hand can be on your shin, on a block, down to the floor. Left shoulder stacks up over right. Lift out of that right hip bone. Hold, inhale. Bend your right knee. Use your left open palm to pull back. Right arm comes forward. Again, shoulders release. If you feel short in your stance, heel toe that left foot. Really press those feet apart. Right knee is reaching toward pinky toe side of the foot. Hold, inhale. And exhale. Push off that right foot. Reach up tall, gentle warrior. And then we'll keep that left side lengthening. We'll bend into that right knee, right forearm comes down. We open that left palm, lengthen that left side as far as you can. Hold, inhale. Left arm to the sky. Lift left heel. Rotate forward, fingertips on both sides of right foot. We'll shift our weight forward, step that right foot back, finding our plank. Beautiful. Exhale up and through to your down dog. Inhale forward to your plank, choosing knees or toes, elbows in, tops of feet, up dog, cobra, tuck of the toes. Tone your belly, press up and through, down dog. Here, we'll just soften our knees out wide. Sit back into that child's pose. Let your hips and shoulders release. Some gentle movement through the rib cage. Long inhale. Long exhale. We'll walk our hands forward. Just going to move into some standing balance work here with fingertips reaching forward. Side away. And then we'll gently walk our hands in. You'll shift your knees into hero pose, so knees straight out in front of the hips. Then you'll come up onto your knees, tuck your toes, sit back into your heels. Push off your fingertips to lift those knees out to the front. Tailbone is reaching to the heels. And if this is uncomfortable for you, just go right into your fold. Soften your chin to your chest. Press your heels to the floor. Now check your feet. Should be hip distance apart. 2 fists should fit between your big toes. We're spreading our toes wide, engaging the soles of the feet. We'll move our hands to our thighs. Tuck your chin and round your spine up. Now feel those inner thighs drawing in, those shoulders pulling away. Inhale, we'll reach our fingertips out, lifting out of the sides of the waist. We'll bring our weight to our right foot and move your hands to your heart. Pressing palms together helps remind that core to gather in. Make sure your right knee has a little softness as you bring your left knee out front. Try to form a nice shelf out of the hip with that left leg. Breathe, inhale. Now reach your arms out wide. Relax your shoulders away and turn your gaze and look at your left thumb. Try to create that steady balance there. Now keep looking at your left thumb as you rotate left arm back, right arm forward. Can you keep the sides of the waist lifted? Keep those hips square to the front. Hold, inhale. Exhale, we rotate back through our center. Shoulders release. We take that left heel, we flex, reach it out front, lifting it as high as we can to that hip height, leaving a footprint on the front wall. Then we'll take that left heel, we'll land it down to the floor, bend into that left knee, bring the fingertips to the sky. Move your hands back to your heart center, releasing your shoulders, toning into the side waist. That right knee comes out front. Again, we work towards forming that shelf, spreading your toes, flexing the ankle, creating stillness there, and then reaching those arms out. Release your shoulders. Turn your gaze, look at your right thumb. Keep the side waist lifted. Then slowly start rotating right arm back, left arm forward. Continue to look over that right shoulder. Keep those hips square to the front. Nice. Gently rotate forward. Keep that right knee lifted up. And then start extending that foot out, flexing the ankle, pushing the heel away. Hold, inhale. And exhale. Then we'll reach the arms up, step that right foot forward. Follow the left foot, bringing your hands to your heart. Exhale, refold. Just take a moment here to ragdoll. Softness in all the joints, head hanging heavy, arms are nice and loose. A shifting of those hips and knees. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Then we'll move the fingertips to the floor, step the toes away. One more time, we'll look down at those hands, then press up and through, reaching the chest through. We'll do that lift of the heels, the bending of the knees, reach in the chest. Then re-lift the tailbone and lower the heels back down. Building into the depth of our down dog. Then we'll come forward to our plank. You're going to take your right knee, bring it in toward your right thumb. Now, if this forward pigeon doesn't work for your hip or knee, you know how to do it flipping over to your back. If you don't, let me know and I'll show. So the right foot is under the left hip crease. We lower the left toes under. We're just going to bring our hands to the sides of the body, lift the rib cage up. The left hip is reaching forward. The top of the foot is pressing down. We breathe. Now maybe you take that right arm, lift, reach it out, try to create a little more back bend. One more inhale. Then we'll lower that right hand down. You're going to walk your hands forward. Shift your hips side to side a little bit. Now settle straight in down the middle of that shift, reaching your tailbone back, let your forehead rest on your hands, or maybe it's elbows or fists, whatever works for you. And just feel that right hip bone reaching down and back, lengthening through that glute space. We breathe and we sigh. One more inhale. And exhale. Now you'll keep your left forearm straight underneath with your forearm coming flat underneath your chest. Take your right fingertips out to the side. Push off your left arm, reach your right fingertips up. Looking up at that right hand. Nice. Hold inhale. Then we'll take that right hand, we'll bring it down to the floor. We'll move that left hand in, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, press back, stepping your right foot back, find that down dog. Maybe notice the difference between the two sides of your body here. Then we look forward at our hands. That left knee is going to come in next to your left thumb. The arch of your left foot is under that right hip crease. We lower that right knee, drop the toes. And first we just move our hands and we lift the heart forward. They're lengthening through the front of that right hip, pressing down the top of the foot. Maybe that left arm will lift up, reach back, adding to that stretch. We hold, inhale, and exhale. Then we're going to sink into that left leg. You'll fold your arms forward, do that shifting of the hips, right? Go from side to side a little bit. And then try to find the middle of that space. Tailbone reaching straight back, left hip bone lengthening out, forehead rested, and we just breathe into that space. Long inhale, gentle exhale. Again, inhale, and let it go. Here we'll keep our right forearm straight underneath the chest, elbow under shoulder, left hand comes out to the side. So you push off your right hand, your left arm's going to rotate, reach up. We breathe, inhale, and exhale. Then that left hand comes down under left shoulder. We slide that right hand back, tuck those right toes, lift that right knee, press away, and then just pedal your heels up and down. Deep breath. Then we'll lift those heels, bring the knees down to the floor. Shift your hips to one side and bring those legs around. Nice open hip space for that, right? Here you'll bring your knees with you as you gently roll your spine down. Hug your knees in close. Any movement that feels nice for you here, perhaps some circles or side to side. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Soften your jaw. Let your shoulders release. Bring your toes to the sky, your fingertips up. Perhaps you bend your knees out and find happy baby instead. Whatever feels best for you here, but with your toes up, feeling that release of that blood flow, recirculating it back through the body. Again, check that your jaw and eye space are softened. Shoulder blades are heavy into the floor. Long inhale through the nose. Long exhale. Then we'll gently release those toes down. Perhaps you choose to drop your knees into your bound angle or butterfly, palms of feet together. Open palms to the side or perhaps on your belly. Or perhaps you move your knees into knee knock. Bringing inner knees together, walking pinky toes wide. Or finding that full corpse pose. We allow our breath to move in and out just through the nose, filling the lungs with each inhale, emptying them on the exhale. We'll start bringing light movement to our fingertips and toes. And of course, if you have some extra time to spend in Shavasana, you're welcome to stay there. Now we'll bring those knees in, give them some gentle movement from side to side, windshield wipers. We'll gently draw the knees in, hug, squeeze into the chest. Feel free to take this pose over to one side or rock your way up through the center. We'll all move into any seat that works for us. This time, release those shoulders and then lift through the sides of the waist. Take a nice long breath, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to the sky. Hands move to your heart space, and we take that gentle bow forward and say namaste.
Thank you, everyone.